Hey everyone. In this video, I want to talk about beauty and femininity and the effect that they have on men. I feel like a lot of women just aren't quite aware of the impact that they have on men, especially in the case where women are truly in tune with their feminine nature. This is so incredibly attractive, I can't even really put it into words. I wish I could, but that's what I'll try to do in this video, but I don't really think I can because it's more of an energetic thing. A woman who embraces her feminine side, her feminine essence, is incredibly beautiful. And I don't just mean physically, because it will make her more radiant as well physically, because there's just something about this. Femininity in its raw, pure form is so attractive. I should say to straight men, but I feel like that goes without saying here. But it's just incredibly inspiring. It's one of those things that kind of just uplifts everyone who comes into contact with it. So when you have a woman who's truly in tune with her femininity, she walks into a room and she just lights it up and naturally makes it a better place. And I'm not even coming from a perspective of putting women on a pedestal here. I'm just describing femininity, the energy in its pure form. I'm not saying that it's better than masculinity. I actually really do wonder if masculinity has a similar effect on truly feminine women, because I feel like they're the only ones who'd be able to appreciate true masculinity in other men. So ladies, please comment and let me know if masculinity affects you in a similar way, because I'm very curious about this. But yeah, there's just something about these two energies, and they're very polarizing. They attract each other. So when you find, for all the ladies out there, if you want to attract a very masculine man, you have to be in tune with your femininity to do so, because these men are going to be really attracted to pure femininity. They don't want a woman who is embracing masculine traits to get ahead in her career and doesn't know how to turn off that switch when she comes home. Men don't want to date masculine women. I have to say, the real men, the men who embrace their own masculinity, they just don't want to date masculine women. If they were into masculinity, they would date other men. So that right there tells you they like femininity. So embrace your femininity. It's such an incredibly aspiring thing. Or inspiring, should I say. I feel like it's one of the reasons why throughout a ton of centuries up till now, men have always committed these great deeds and written great plays like Shakespeare, or great symphonies like Beethoven and Mozart, or made great films like filmmakers. The name isn't coming to mind, but I feel like a lot of the reason men do these things is for women. They're either inspired by a muse in the case of music or plays or that sort of thing, or anything really relating to romance, or they're doing something because they're trying to elevate themselves in the eyes of women by achieving great things. My favorite book, called The Alabaster Girl, was written by Zan Perrione, and Zan Perrione is of the belief that nearly everything men do is for women. And I used to not think that was the case, but becoming older, I kind of feel like he's right to some degree. I do think that men who really love women just naturally are going to do things for women whether or not they even realize it. And the crazy part is there isn't any neediness in it. They're not doing it for a woman's approval or validation. They're just doing it because they love women and they want to have more women in their lives. Do you see what I mean? It's really interesting because it's not putting women on a pedestal. I know some guys who may end up watching this will probably thinking that that's exactly what I'm doing, but it's not, because I don't need a woman in my life to be happy, but I can appreciate their beauty, and I just love women, I really do, but it's not in that needy way. It's not like I need them to be happy, and it's definitely not putting them on a pedestal, because I'm going to put these videos before her. I'm going to put my purpose and my family and a few other things before her in my life. But I still am very much inspired and attracted to that pure embrace of femininity. And very few women are able to tap into this. So I feel like I'm kind of rambling in this video, but if there's a point that I'm trying to make here, it's for all the women watching. Please work on embracing your femininity more. It's just such an attractive and beautiful thing. I really kind of get saddened seeing the state of modern society where feminism has kind of made women think that they need to be more masculine, and I just completely disagree. There are good parts of feminism, but that part I really wish that wasn't a thing, because men don't want masculine women. They really don't. Just like, okay, hear me out here, ladies. Do you want a feminine man? Probably not. So there you go. It goes both ways. I understand that there are some parts of femininity that women do like seeing in a man. For instance, they like a man who can open up, who's in tune with his emotions. But at the same time, they don't want a man who's so in tune with his emotions that he just cries all the time or something like that. They want men who can tap into it when needed. And this goes for women as well. Men will like women who have a tiny bit of masculinity in them, but more so where they tap into it in the right moments and not where they're always just embracing that side of them, because men just want that pure femininity. I really wish I could describe it, because it's so hard to talk about, but I've met very few women who are really in tune with their femininity, and I can tell you, every single one of them I met, I was like head over heels for it, because they're just so attractive. They're what I would call is really being sexy. There's just something that's incredibly beautiful about it. These women are just so in tune with that side of them. They can't help but be attractive, even if they don't realize it. It's incredibly inspiring. And I can tell you, for my whole life, I've loved women. Even going back to like elementary school, I remember being on the playground chasing all the girls I thought were attractive. I had crushes on like a ton of different girls back then, and I would always be trying to be around them because I just loved their energy. Even back then, fast forward to me being an adult, and not much has changed in that regard. Now there's just more ways of having fun with them. But it's really interesting how those things are with us our whole life, even if we're not fully aware of it. Because I've always been attracted to that feminine essence in women, but I didn't really know what to call it. Even now, feminine essence, I get that term from Zan Perrione yet again. He's an awesome author, and I really love his perspective on beauty in women. But that feminine essence is just such an incredible thing. I mean, it's so beautiful that I feel like even other women are capable of seeing it in each other. And it's attractive to them even. There isn't a male equivalent to that, because I can tell you, there isn't anything in masculinity that's so beautiful that it makes other men like seeing that quality in other men as well. There isn't anything like that. There's no counterpart. It's really intriguing. I'm almost getting into like philosophy here, but there's just something about that raw feminine energy. It's just incredible. I really wish I could speak to it. I'm trying my best here, but it's so hard to put into words. It's just something that really inspires and uplifts people. It's such an incredible thing. And I really hope that all the ladies watching, seeing this passion in me inspires you to embrace this side of you, because it's just such a great thing. The world needs more of it, pretty much. I feel like a lot of things are going downhill in various countries around the world right now because there's just not enough of this energy being let out there, because this energy is just, it can't help but make the world a better place because of the effect that it has on men. And men can be complete savages. We all know that men do a lot of the destruction, or they commit a lot of the destruction on the planet. And if there's one thing I know that can tame men, it's beautiful women who are in tune with that feminine energy. It's kind of like the Hulk, and how, is it Black Widow is his girlfriend? I forget exactly. I haven't seen the Marvel movies all the way through, but I know that the Hulk is tamed by the woman that he loves. It's like this huge raw masculine energy. This guy is just always pissed off and just filled with rage, and yet a woman who's truly feminine is able to calm him down and make him not hell-bent on destroying the planet anymore. And I do think that's the case in real life. I think women have this effect on men. So this video is getting way too long, so I'm going to end it here, but I truly hope that you got something of value in my rambling here and are able to see just how important that feminine energy really is, that feminine essence. It's an incredible and beautiful thing, and I made this video for International Women's Day, so to all the ladies out there, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Arrivederci!